I didn't think Whitaker was going to run through him, but I thought Rob was going to be too much for him technically.
Yeah.
Dude, when he was like pull countering on his ass, like leaning to one side, was getting him to throw, and then would stab him with the cross.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, this is going to be a long night for Reinier. I was able to hold pads for Petr Yan, I think his first or second UFC fight. I speak zero fucking Russian. He speaks zero English. Bro, I learned so much just by holding pads for him on transitional angles and things that he was doing just by his footwork alone. Just being able to hold for him was very pivotal for me, and I think that's why I've always been a big fan of his.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Verse Us with Eric Nicksick. He is Eric Nicksick. I'm Randy Fainrich, and this is Verse Us. And you know the drill. Verse Us is presented by MyBookie.ag. Head to MyBookie.ag. Use code VSUSPod for a bonus on your first deposit. And today, it's a twofer. We're going to recap UFC Abu Dhabi, Robert Whitaker versus De Ritter. Still don't even know how to say his first name.
That works. RDR.
Reinier, yeah, Reinier, whatever. RDR, and the rest of the card, Reinier. Yeah, Reinier. There we go.
Better get used to saying his fucking name.
I know, man. I tell you what, he proved me wrong at least.
Yeah.
I thought that was a spectacular performance.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, first and foremost, how you doing? How's the weekend going?
Good, man. Just allergies are still kicking my ass.
Yeah.
I think so much travel from humidity to here to there to back and forth. But name of the game, man. Yeah, good weekend. Took Knox out shooting yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
How was that? Was that his first time with a gun?
Yeah, yeah.
And he's what, 9?
He's 8.
8.
So, I carry CCW.
Yeah.
He's at that age. He's a boy. Dad carries a gun. And, they start asking those questions. And it's like, dude, like, I don't want to hide it from him. I want to, like, educate him.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
As a parent, like, you're going to understand this, obviously, but it's like you can shelter them and hide all that stuff from them, but they have questions regardless.
Sure.
So, like, the first thing he was like, hey, Dad, like, why do you carry this? And I'm like, well, like, think of Dad as kind of like one of the good guys, right?
Yeah.
And if something happens, I'd rather have it than not to be able to protect my family. And then the more questions he was asking, the more I'm like, I need to take him and, like, educate him and understand, like, what freaking a gun does and all those things, right? Like, because it's scary.
Yeah,
like, I think as a parent, like, that's the scariest thing when you're a gun owner. Like, you want to protect them, keep it,
How do you conceal it in the house?
I have it in safe.
Okay.
Yeah, I have it in a safe.
Is it like a key safe, a code safe?
Yeah, I have a key safe, and then I also have a code safe one, like a fingerprint one.
Oh,
so
you do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But dude, like, as a parent, like, you're just trying to figure out the best ways to navigate that.
Yeah.
I'm like, my daughters don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, McKenna and Avery don't, like, I'm good, Dad, whatever. Yeah. But for him, it's something that he's, the video games that they're playing, what they're exposed to.
Yeah.
So as a parent, I'm like, well, what's the best way to teach him? And I think it's to, like, educate him, right? Like, and take him out there and show him how it works and the dangers of it, and explain to him, like, dude, these are not freaking toys.
Yeah.
But first time out, and he was crushing it.
Yeah,
he was crushing it. I was like, damn, bro. Like,
that's awesome. Yeah, he was nailing the target, too.
Yeah, no, he did great. He did great.
Yeah, I think that's most important. Like, I always think back to, growing up in Mississippi, it's like, there's no rules really around that. Like, you can go in your backyard. You have 20 acres of just nothing. You can go in your backyard and set up a shooting range if you wanted to.
And that's how I grew up.
Gonna say something.
I grew up at Grandma and Grandpa's house.
Yeah.
Jones and Oquendo, like right over here in the middle of the desert.
Yeah. Before it was all built up.
Oh yeah, dude.
There.
So 22s and BB guns, and as a kid, I was shooting everything, right? And then Grandpa's like, "Hold on, let's teach you the right ways and the responsibilities of it."
That's how you have to do it, man.
Yeah.
That's how you have to, because like I said, like I remember the first gun I ever shot, I was 11 maybe, and it was a 12 gauge double barrel. And I'm
knocked you on your ass.
Dude, I did not know about the kick. I'm at my friend's house, his double wide, honestly, out in the country in Kill, Mississippi. And he's like, his dad's like, you guys want to go shoot in the backyard? And we're like, yeah, let's do it.
Of course we do.
And and my friend was a bigger kid, like not only tall, but like big, like thick. And I'm just like a regular 11-year-old. And he's shooting a 12 gauge And dude, I shoot this gun and I
Knocked
thought my
right-
shoulder, I thought my shoulder blew off into the back, and I dropped the gun.
Yeah.
Like I shot it and dropped it.
Sure.
And it landed and like was facing the dad.
Right.
And I'm like,
Oh.
yeah, I'm like, I was like, dude, what? Now I look back, I'm like, that could have went off. It could have hit it. Like all this shit could have happened. And so I feel like, yeah, if you're going to do it, they have to understand how powerful and dangerous it is and be educated on how to use it.
Yeah, it was one of those parenting moments where I was like, I don't know if I should do this.
Yeah.
Right? Like I was like, dude, my palms were sweating the whole time I'm there with him.
It's nervous. You got to be nervous.
Yeah, but I mean, like it was like the last couple weeks where he's been asking more like, hey, like what is, and I'd never had to deal with that with the girls.
Yeah.
So with the girls, it was like you taught them about social media and the phones, which is equally as dangerous, right? Like dealing with that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And I think that's your best case as a parent is like educate.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of hiding it from him.
Yeah.
Right? He knows I have guns.
Right.
So it's like, okay, I have them. Keep him safe, keep him locked up, and put him in a position where he's not able to play with them.
Yeah.
But if you're curious about it and you don't educate him, that's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
He's going to, how does this thing work?
Yeah.
And that's the last thing in the world I want him to know.
Yeah.
Right? I want him to know how to do it properly and educate him and all those things behind it. So yeah, it was. And then, dude, all he does all day long, if on a Saturday, he's just sitting around hanging out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck it, dude. Let's go do a guy's day.
Yeah.
And we're like, props to Annie, because like Annie didn't really say anything. And
I was going to say, what was her reaction to it or thought about it?
I think she's great at like allowing boys to be boys.
Yeah.
Right? Like bought him a BB gun. She didn't say anything. She might have been like, oh, here we go. Mm-hmm. But being a boy dad and like, her dad wasn't present a lot. So I think like for her brother, not having that male role model figure in their lives. Like I was her brother's dad in a lot of ways and my dad.
Yeah.
So taking Knox and going out shooting, I think like in a lot of ways, Annie's like, all right, this is what boys do.
Yeah.
Riverboat gambling trips and making their own beef jerky. Shit with the door
Ozarks. Yeah, I had a BB gun actually. I shot my brother in the neck. It was like the scariest thing ever.
See?
Dude, it was so stupid. It was so dumb. Like I think back to that moment still as a 36-year-old and I'm like, dude, what the was I doing?
Yeah, but who hasn't been shot with a fucking BB gun?
In the neck though, bro? Like he was huh? Yeah. Yeah, Christmas Story. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Dude, I aimed it right at him too, and I'm like, what would happen if I pulled the trigger? Like I was messing with him,
bro,
being a shit older brother, and it literally like grazed him right here. And I'm like, I remember like putting it down, and I was like, what did I just do? Like, you psychopath. Why did you do that?
Oh yeah.
Like, man,
dude,
so
it was
crazy.
Like, I don't even know if I should tell this, but like as a kid growing up, like my mom and dad were telling the story at Thanksgiving a couple of years ago to like, big group of family.
Sure.
They're like, yeah, we were kind of worried that Eric might be a serial killer when he got older. Cause dude, I was like fucking shooting shit, like anything and everything that moved. And as a kid, you're like, all right, that's a dead. I'm not even gonna say what I fucking shot.
Yeah.
But like, they're like, oh, we might need to talk to this guy or
You're
lock
like,
him up.
wait, what was the Netflix? What's his name? The guy, the Netflix one that just came out not too long ago. Everybody was going crazy over it. It came out like last year. Oh my God, it's gonna drive me crazy. But he came home with like dead animals from like school, from like high school, and was like stealing them and then like cutting them up in the garage. He ended up eating the people. Like
Dahmer.
Dahmer, thank you.
Dahmer.
Thank you. Yeah, this fucking Vegas Dahmer over here with a pig fetus and frog legs.
I did have naked Barbie dolls.
Yeah,
there was a lot. Now that I think about it, it actually might be a serial killer. Shit.
Oh, dude. It's funny because like we do that too growing up in Mississippi, but it's like wildlife. It's like you kill a squirrel, you kill a frog, you kill a snake, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was no like ripping Barbie dolls apart or taking home fetal pigs from
That
school.
was bad.
I think that was bad.
Oh shit.
But yeah, back to that original point though. Camille and I talk about that now. Is like, do we want to get a gun? I think both of us think we do want to get a gun.
Sure.
Before we get a gun, do we go and get more educated on it? Because again, I grew up kind of shooting guns, but it's been years. Like, I think I might have went to the shooting range once since I've been in Vegas. And I've been in Vegas for 16 years.
Yeah.
And so it's like, let's go get re-educated. Let's go like figure out how to do this. And then, what do we want to get and what do we want to keep in the house and where do we want to keep it? Because we have an 11-month-old now, and he's gonna start getting into all kind of shit.
Yeah,
so.
I just like with this climate with shit out there right now.
Yeah,
I mean, having your gun and just having it as a peace of mind.
Yeah.
I love carrying.
Yeah.
And I've
I don't
carried
think
for a while.
I don't think we would. Maybe I don't know about her. I can't speak for her, but I highly doubt she would ever want to carry it out and about.
Sure.
But I mean, I guess it's an option.
Yeah.
But we definitely have been leaning on the side more toward getting a gun.
Yeah.
And keeping it.
So you don't have anything in the house.
Not a gun.
Yeah.
No.
What are you gonna hit him with, a fucking bat?
We got. Well, I have bats. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have some like really cool like hunting knives that I've just always had. But
that's so much work.
Yeah.
Look somebody in the eyes and stab them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think I
trying to
would
get
do
shot and stabbed, bro. I understand trying to see that knife getting.
Yeah.
You gotta get the self-defense less than lethal pepper gun. It's like a BB gun that shoots like pepper balls.
Oh, really?
And it hits
See, but at that point, I'm just getting a gun. Like if I'm gonna shoot, it's like the dudes that ride these like little electric bikes that you don't have to pedal. It's like just get a motorcycle, pussy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just like if I'm gonna get
You got an arsenal.
if I'm gonna get a
I was gonna say this motherfucker.
if I'm gonna get a pepper gun, I might just get a real gun. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna get a real gun. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna shoot.
But like
a gun.
home defense, you want to go shotgun, right?
Yeah.
because of over-penetration.
Yeah.
And because
And it sprays. You don't have to be so accurate, right?
well,
Like
you
it
want
just
you want to stagger, right? Because
Yeah.
if somebody's hiding behind the wall and you have a bunch of like buckshot, it's not gonna work. But like if somebody's you want to know like if it's buckshot or slug, just like different things.
Just candy stripe them.
But the sound, exactly. But the sound,
yeah.
like that's gonna stop.
That's a deterrent.
99%.
Yeah.
That's a deterrent.
Yeah,
The two
definitely.
things for home defense: a dog is number one because of early alarm,
Yep.
early alert, and a shotgun.
Shit.
Yeah, and then the second thing you want to do, if anybody ever breaks into your house, don't chase them.
Yeah.
Have them come to you. It's 4-1 to clear a house, but you just need one person to defend the house.
See, that's a great point. So,
Yeah.
so I was talking to my boy Chad Lyman that runs all the stuff at the gym.
Yeah.
Police officer forever, and he's like, "When's the last time you cleared your house?" Fucking no.
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, seriously. Like, you live in a 1-story or 2-story?" I'm like, "I live in a 2-story. All the bedrooms upstairs?" "Yep." And he goes, "Okay, so if there's an intruder, your only way to get upstairs is the stairwell." He goes, "You don't give a shit what happens downstairs. What are you gonna take your TV, your PlayStation,
Yeah.
my dumb dog?" He's like, "That fucker's gonna right." Like
Yeah.
he's like, "So all your possessions, the things that you care about the most,
upstairs.
are upstairs."
Yeah.
He goes, "So all you're doing is basically just guarding the fucking steps."
Yeah.
And he goes, "You don't have, like you said, you don't have to go walk around downstairs and clear downstairs."
Yeah.
Although that part would be fun.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, what does clear your house? What do you mean? Like just go walk through the
Like,
house?
you walk through your house and make sure nobody's there.
Oh.
But like flashlights are not good for home defense because you know your house, they don't know your house.
Yeah.
So like you know where tables are, where
Yeah.
so like if you have a flashlight, you want to use it when you see them,
Yeah.
and then like in the strobe effect to like disorient them.
Yeah.
But like walking with your flashlight, they'll see you before you see them.
Yeah.
Right? So like there's like this, but you don't want to do any of that. You want to close the door. If you have one thing I saw is
Shut the power off
shut the-
your fucking NVGs
yeah,
on.
night vision on.
and just clear that fucking house,
So,
baby.
I was listening to a podcast or a short, Sean Ryan.
Oh yeah.
Great guy.
Yeah.
And I think it was the sheriff from Baghdad.
Oh yeah.
Fucking crazy
McPhee.
guy. He was the one saying this stuff. and he
That
was
dude's fucking nuts.
I
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
like, I have a gun in my nightstand. I use my gun in my nightstand to get to my rifle. And then I get my family, and we bring them to one spot, and they stay there. And then that's how, if anything happens, because you're about protection. I don't
Yeah.
care about that.
Bro, God forbid, right? Like, so my mom and dad live in Anthem Country Club.
Yeah.
And they were getting hit a bunch. Like
Really?
the whole fucking country club was getting hit. Crazy, like getting
Damn.
robbed. So apparently what was happening was like where it's like bordered or there's a wall that people were parking like outside of the country club. They're able to hop the wall. And dude, like there was home invasions.
Damn.
Somebody got shot in
Anthem Country Club?
In Anthem Country Club by a resident.
What the?
Shot an intruder. So this is a couple years ago now, when my dad was in the hospital dealing with the prostate stuff, my mom was staying home alone. My mom has like a revolver.
Yeah.
So my mom's like, "Hey, can I borrow one of your guns?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I gave her the Glock. So she has it, and she gets a notification on her like home security that there's somebody in the backyard.
Oh
So
shit.
so mom sees it on the video, right? She sees this dude like coming into the backyard. And bro, like I have the video surveillance of my mom. This shit is fucking hilarious. So mom's like, dude, my mom's like 5'3",
Yeah.
right? This little old lady, you know, I said, Mom, you're not old, but you know, little lady. And then you just see her walk in the fucking yard with my Glock, and she's like talking to the guy. She's like, I have a gun. And dude, like she was like so fucking happy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm gonna shoot you.
Yeah.
Like
she was like cheerful when she
yay, I get to shoot a motherfucker. And I'm like, dude, like listening to my mom's audio and watching her clear the fucking backyard.
So crazy.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Dude, then you see the dude hop the wall and haul ass.
Yeah.
Because mom's coming around the fucking back of the house with a Glock 19.
That's
and
so
like,
crazy.
but dude, like her just like little happy little feet with her fucking hand cannon. I'm like, oh dude, mom's gonna blast the motherfucker. Like you weren't even scared, huh? She's like, oh no, like I gotta shoot somebody if he was back here. Like, how cool is this? And I'm like, oh mom.
Oh jeez.
Oh yeah.
It's scary, man. It's scary. Yeah, you think you live in a good neighborhood or a good area.
You know,
it's like
you don't break into your neighbor's house.
Yeah.
People don't, like I was raised in the hood. We don't break into our neighbor's house.
Yeah.
You go to the other side of town.
Yeah.
You don't shit where you sleep. You know, like people think that behind a gated community is gonna slow you down from catching me. Like that's all it is. Like you are in charge of your protection.
Yeah.
And your household protection.
And have you seen these security guards that they hire at the fucking gate?
Mm-mm.
I'm not in shape.
Bro, it's like, dude,
Yeah.
you got, you know, Esther.
Yeah.
The fucking 86-year-old lady who can't read your ID. What is she gonna do, bro? You know? So I took mom to the gun store, you know, shout out to Jason Manley and those guys. And dude, she bought a badass SIG. My sister bought a gun. Like, I was like, you guys need to get, you know, get your shit together.
Yeah, we've been talking about it, man. There was my neighbor came home, or he told me the other day, it's like 2 weeks ago. I don't know what he does for work, but he had come home late. Some overnight shift, like 3 or 4 in the morning, and he was like, "Hey, just so you know, there was a car slow driving up and down our cul-de-sac, and then up and down the neighborhood." I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, they're probably checking doors, checking car doors."
Yeah.
He's like, "We got hit like 3 years ago or 2 years ago." I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "It doesn't happen often." He's like, "But every now and then when I get home from work, I'll see him like driving up and down the cul-de-sac, whatever." And I'm like, "Bro, that shit's crazy, man. That's so crazy."
Yeah, we had a guy that was doing that for a while, and then I started like I heard about it.
You're in a gated community.
I'm in a
right?
gated community, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna fucking check out.
Yeah,
I was a newspaper guy.
Eric's sitting in his driveway with his gun,
I'm like,
just
bro.
like waiting.
Fucking John Wick, this dude, and I'm like, oh, they still throw newspapers.
You're like, oh, he's 12 years
like,
old.
They really do
newspapers
still? Like, I was like, what the fuck is this?
That's hilarious.
What are you carrying, Cece?
Actually,
Pepper spray?
no, my dad makes us keep a Glock in each room.
Wow.
Let's go, intern. Damn.
In each room. So everyone in the house is ready to bust your ass.
Ain't
if
nobody
you come
fucking
in.
breaking into Cece's dorm room. Shit.
That's crazy. And each room is crazy. That's awesome though. That's amazing.
It's like a different fun house.
Well, when I learned to explain it to people who don't grow up with guns, exchange fear for respect.
Sure.
Don't be scared of the gun. Respect the gun.
Yeah.
I understand this is a tool. It could be fun. It could be dangerous. It could be all these things. But have respect for it, and then that'll learn how to take that fear out of it and control it in a more a better way.
See, that's my thought process on it too. And I was like, man, I don't know if I, want to take him yet.
Yeah.
But that was my thought process too. When he was asking all these questions, I'm like, dude, might as well take him, and then
respect it early.
Respect it early, dude. And like, I was a mischievous kid. I was getting into all kinds of stuff, but
it's almost like it's like the Catholic school kind of theory. Have you ever heard that where like, the kids that go to Catholic school are the ones that are usually, not all the time, but typically the most sheltered.
Yeah.
But end up being the worst type of people.
I went to Dixie, Utah, boy. Hang out them Mormons.
But you know what I mean? Like they're the ones that like have access to drugs easier. Like do all this stuff more so than the public school kids. So it's almost like just expose it to him early so he respects it more.
Bro.
So he's not doing the crazy shit.
Me and my roommate were both from Vegas, and George Gordon. Shout out George. big old brother, dude. And he was my roommate in college, and like he's like, man, these Mormon girls, they're fucking sheltered, huh? Like, and I never get this line. He goes, I think the only black guy they ever knew was Karl Malone. Yep. Oh yeah,
that's hilarious. But yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm excited to see what he thinks about it. Like, does he want to go back? Does he want to, go out more and do it?
Well, we're got in the car. He's like, I think I want to be a cop.
Oh,
And I
really?
was like, really? You want to be a cop, huh? And he's like, yeah, that was kind of fun. And I was like, I don't know if that's. Oh yeah, no, I got a couple buddies that are in it. Yeah, they do that a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Just want to say thanks for continuing your support for the Verse Us pod. If there's anything you guys like to see more, guests, comments, constructive criticism, whatever it may be, love to hear your thoughts. Please like and subscribe to the show. Thank you guys for tuning in and enjoy the show.
Okay, you want to talk a little bit about the fights?
Nah.
From last night or yesterday, I guess, yesterday morning. And we'll start with that main event. I was saying that I don't think Bo Nickel and Kevin Holland warrant a Whitaker fight, but I was wrong.
Yeah.
He looked great. And the decision is the decision. I think
Sure.
you could have gave it to Whitaker or DeRitter. Like,
I had
it was
Whitaker
close.
winning.
It was close.
Yeah,
it was close. Like, I don't think it's a robbery that DeRitter won.
No.
I think I probably had Whitaker as well. But thoughts on just the fight overall? Like,
Man, like I feel like we talk about this so much, body language and optics, right?
yeah.
And I'm with you. I didn't think Whitaker was going to run through him.
Yeah.
But I thought Rob was going to be too much for him technically.
Yeah.
I really did.
That
Like,
was my thing, right?
and in round one, I'm like, Rob's fucking
yeah.
dude, when he was like pull countering on his ass, like leaning to one side, was getting him to throw, and then would fucking stab him with the cross.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, this is gonna be a long night for DeRitter. And then the guy's tough. The guy's goofy. And he started to just make his adjustments and make it more and more difficult. And then Whitaker's output started to slow down.
Yeah.
And he got himself into the fight, like right back into the fight. It was 2-2 going into 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't think it was a robbery. I personally had Rob winning that fight.
Yeah.
But, you can't really make that argument. What I will say, when you go back as a coach and you look at those situations, I feel like Rob lost the fight,
Rather than DeRitter winning the fight.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like Rob kind of got off the gas pedal and allowed DeRitter to get back into the fight, and the momentum kind of shifted, right? Like, that's what I kind of saw from my perspective. In round 5, again, razor close. And it looked like Rob was landing more of the significant strikes, but then the more of the optics was DeRitter walking him down and getting into more of the exchanges, right? So I don't know what warrants that in the judge's eyes. I tend to agree with more of, like, when I see Mike Bell's scorecard, I'm usually on the same page as Mike Bell, and he had Rob winning that fight. So
Yeah. I thought 2 things really stood out to me. One, DeRitter is fucking huge.
Big dude.
He's a big guy. I guess I didn't realize how much.
Well, you remember when he fought at 205,
But
and
he
at
looks
heavyweight.
big for even he looks big for even like a 205er.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
he's a
I
big
feel like
dude.
if you saw him in there against Ankalaev or Pereira, you'd be like, okay, this dude is definitely this
Yeah,
size,
he's a
if
big
not
dude.
bigger.
He trained with us when he fought Mershart.
Really?
He was in
He
the
came
gym.
in the gym?
Yeah. And he's as advertised.
Yeah.
He's a big dude.
And then the other thing was, I thought Rob's conditioning looked not like it typically does.
Right.
Like, second round, he seemed.
Yeah.
Third round, I thought he was going to get finished. I mean, until he landed that. Was it third round he landed that overhand right after he was getting after DeRitter was landing? But he looked gassed. Like, he just looked really.
Do you
tired.
think that like it's just kind of getting to that age for him?
Like we were saying last week, there's always that passing of the torch
Sure.
moment. And Whitaker's 34, right? 30,
Really?
5, but he's fought for so
Yeah, he's fought
long.
forever.
He's like that
Yeah.
Aldo type where, he's in fight years, he's so much older than he actually
Sure.
is with his age or whatever. I think he's 35. I don't know. But I don't know. He just didn't look. I mean, he looked good. He was on his toes. That first round, he looked really good. But yeah, it I just thought his conditioning was like
That's a good point, though.
off.
Like when you tell me if you tell me I got Whitaker for 5 rounds,
yeah.
I'm gonna lean on Whitaker, like just because of the
Championship
style,
experience, the
100%.
style.
Sure.
He's very in and out. Like he's typically a good grappler.
Yeah.
You know, he fought Yoel when Yoel was on a tear, and
Yeah.
I think Yoel took him down once in 2 fights,
Yeah.
maybe or something like that. So, yeah, it was just weird. You know, it was just weird. I thought, you know, I don't know.
So RDR, what do you think? Title? I mean,
I think, and I don't know who's had this. I think it was Oscar Willis that had this tweet, but he said if RDR and Dricus fought, it would be like
goofiest.
your 2 5-year-olds button mashing on Tekken.
that's awesome.
And I was like, that is the perfect description.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw people saying Izzy. I don't think that makes sense at all. Like you either fight Izzy or Whitaker to get to the title.
Yeah.
You already did one of them.
Yeah.
You don't need to fight the other one.
Well, that was, I think, to the general public, maybe not, because the Bo Nickel win might have been his coming out party.
Yeah.
Right? But when you put him in a main event spot versus Robert Whitaker and he wins,
Yeah.
it's
And
hard to argue
I-
he doesn't get a title fight.
At this very moment.
And being a former champion.
Correct. At this very moment, too, I think Whitaker would be the tougher matchup for RDR than Izzy. I think he'd finish Izzy.
Yeah,
At
on
this
the
point
ground.
in his career.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the way Izzy's looked recently,
Sure.
and you know he's you know on the back 9 like we said.
Yeah.
So I think you either do, who's in Paris, the winner of
Imanov
that,
and Kyle.
either the winner of that or you give him a title shot.
Yeah.
But, I don't
Yeah.
know. You know, I don't know. Paulo Costa maybe, but
Yeah, I don't know about that.
yeah.
I don't know about that.
But yeah, Costa.
So we got August is what? Dricus and Hamzat.
and then September's Imavov and Kaio. So I mean,
Then
know-
Roman and Fluffy.
and then Roman and Fluffy in August as well. But you can't, if you're RDR, you're not going back to fight Roman.
No, not at
You know
all.
what I mean?
I think after
So,
that
like-
win, if you're the RDR camp,
Yeah.
I'm sitting on it.
Yeah, but we've seen this before. How UFC does. Like if you say you're gonna sit on something, they will
Fucking-
make you take a fight with like the number 16 guy for no
Right.
reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Abus Nurmagomedov.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm more interested to see what Rob does from here.
Yeah.
Because you fought everybody. You could have still been in the title picture with a good win.
Yeah.
With RDR. Now it's like, what? Do you fight the loser of Imavov and
Yeah.
Kaio?
I think you give him
the winner of Roman and Fluffy. Like,
I think you give him Strickland.
yeah.
It's a fresh
forgot-
matchup.
Yeah, I forget that they haven't fought yet, which is
Yeah.
crazy because
Yeah.
they've both fought everybody else.
Well, seeing now that Sean's going to be suspended,
Yeah.
I don't know how long. I didn't ask none of that stuff, but it's a fresh matchup.
Yeah.
I think Whitaker just fighting. He's probably not going to fight for another 3 to 4 months. Who knows? Who knows how long Sean's sentence is?
Yeah.
You know?
Through the end of the year, maybe.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about Whitaker and Strickland. That makes the most sense.
Yeah. But with the UFC blueprint, the way they do things, if you're going to have Whitaker and Sean fight, I think they would much rather put like a prospect versus one of those two guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because those are like the name building
Yeah.
guys.
Which I wanted to ask you about that. And DeRitter's not a prospect, right? Like he has done great. He has a great legacy outside of the UFC. But when you're a coach, like if you're Whitaker's coach, and you know that they're like trying to like put this guy over,
Sure.
right? Or whatever other fight maybe there's been in the past. Like how are you approaching that with Whitaker? Like are you saying it right from the beginning of camp? Like, hey, they're trying to make this guy's name off of you, or like
I've never really done that.
I was gonna say you haven't really been in that
yeah.
situation, have you? Like,
Well,
with
I
your
mean,
guys?
I think we have. I mean,
With who?
I don't-
Abus and maybe Strickland.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Maybe.
I mean, but that's more to me like bulletin board material. Like it'd be to me
Sure.
more like a football thing,
Yeah.
you know? Because we saw, dude. I mean, we see like this past weekend a ton of underdogs won.
Yeah.
You know, in fights, I think that they were
Yeah.
supposed to get almost set up. I mean, shit. Even look at Zellhuber and MJ. You know, Zellhuber was like minus 500. Like
Yeah.
matchup wise, I think that was the UFC in a lot of ways giving Zellhuber a household name and try
build off of.
to build off of,
Yeah.
right? So, But no, as a coach, I don't think I've ever been like maybe here or there.
Yeah.
But off the top of my head, nothing really stands out.
Yeah.
If you're an athlete that uses nicotine but wants a clean, high-performance option, Athletic Nicotine is built for you. Athletic Nicotine offers low-dose, slow-release, high-quality, tobacco-free nicotine made right here in the U.S. No fillers, no junk, just pharmaceutical-grade nicotine designed to support focus, intensity, and mental clarity when it counts the most. Whether you're training, competing, or just need a clean edge, this nicotine's made for movement. Visit athleticnicotine.com to learn more and level up your performance today. This product does contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Now let's get back to the show.
Yeah. DeRitter just has one of them styles like Dreekus, bro. It's ugly, but it's effective.
It's effective.
It's so effective.
Yeah, he's a fucking zombie.
Yeah. Interesting. I was very impressed.
Yeah.
Very, very impressed. And he could take a fucking punch, man.
Yeah, he's good.
We'll go to the co-main event. I know this is your guy.
Yeah,
you
I
love
love
watching Petr Yan. Him and Marcus McGhee, they go the distance. Quickly, my thing before you go is I thought Marcus McGhee proved me wrong in terms of too much too soon. Yes, he wasn't good enough, but like he was there. In that first round, he was landing some good shots. Like he proved like, hey, I can hang in this upper echelon of the division. So shout out to him. I thought he looked pretty good, but
Yeah.
I think Petr Yan is just, I think
Petr
people
Yan.
forget he's just
So good.
good.
Yeah. Well, we talked about that last week, right? A huge jump in competition.
Yeah.
This is the style of fight, to me, or a loss for Marcus McGhee, that it's not a loss. This fight will only help him.
Yeah.
I think he's going to improve even better or walk away with this with more confidence, knowing that he was right there in a lot of ways, right? Yan won the fight. Round one was close. I think it ended up being 29-28.
Well, I don't remember
Scorecard,
what
right?
the scorecards were, yeah. Maybe.
But still, I mean, McGhee wasn't blown out of the water.
Right. That's what I was saying is like he proved he belonged.
Yeah.
In that.
He's very well coached. John Crouch, Randy Steichen, like MMA lab guys. It's a loss on the record, but I bet you in like a year or two we can go back and point to that loss, and McGee's gonna reel off like 4 or 5 different wins, right? Like it's one of those that his stock doesn't drop, but he's gonna only get better because of that competition that he's had with Petr Yan, in my opinion.
Yeah. What are some things that Yan did in that fight that are just, stuff maybe you can't teach, or the technicalities that maybe people don't see,
Man, like if he's missing a punch, he's transitioning into a whole new stance.
Yeah.
And is throwing offense off of it, right? You and I were talking before we came on air, but I was able to hold pads for Petr Yan, I think his first or second UFC fight. And he just was in town and needed some help. I speak zero fucking Russian. He speaks zero English. But I spoke MMA, and when I was holding for him, this wasn't like, hey, let me show you what to do. This was like just helping him, giving him some rounds.
Yeah.
Bro, I learned so much just by holding pads for him on transitional angles and things that he was doing just by his footwork alone.
Yeah.
And I was able to take some of those concepts that I learned from him by just holding pads and started applying into our game. So like just being able to hold for him was very pivotal for me. And I think that's why I've always been a big fan of his. And then when Aljo fought him twice, like breaking him down.
Yeah.
So now you're just obsessed watching him and learning from what he's doing. Bro, we've taken so much from Petr Yan, myself and Kai and Ige and a lot of us. If you're not watching him and watching him as a student, just try to watch his feet and just watch what he does in between his combinations. And dude, his defense, like he's sound everywhere.
Yeah.
And like credit to Aljo, like Aljo was able to kind of crack the code, and then Merab did it better, and during that time, like dude, when he fought Sandhagen, he fucking beat Corey's ass.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's how good this guy is.
Yeah.
This is how good
That
this
was
guy is.
super impressive.
Right?
Yeah.
So for young up and coming fighters, go back and just watch Petr Yan and break him down and see if you can learn from what he's doing, bro, because this guy's unbelievable.
He has, well, I said off camera, I think he has maybe the best boxing in the UFC.
Don't say that.
Dude, his boxing's so good, man.
Dude, you're going to piss off Max Holloway.
Sorry, Max. But I think it starts with his footwork, though. Like you said, like he's so in and out of, like the way he moves. To me, watching him is like he's moving maybe this much.
Sure.
But it's so quick and clean that he's at a whole different angle or in a whole different position. And it's so smooth when he moves. But the one thing I wanted to ask you is he does a lot of like the long
high guard. Yep.
But like this is high, but then his hand's usually out. And I wanted to know, like, what is that for? Like, why is he
distance management?
Is that all it is?
Like, I wouldn't say that's all that it is, but I think that's a lot of his offense is predicated off that distance management.
Yeah.
And then like, for example, he would throw his right cross and he might be a little long with it and he might not land it. And that might be the end of the combination for most people. I didn't land it. I'm done. Combination over. He throws. I can't reach him here, but now I can transition into a new stance, and this now becomes my lead hand.
Oh, and then he's
lead hand here. Now he's trace stepping into a new stance, and then the offense is still in play.
Right.
Like he's still offensive throughout these stances. The thing that's so impressive is not the offensive side of things, is him being defensively sound in and out of those stances. That's where it becomes important, right? Is to be able to move those feet, get in and out of stance, but not be, not have your defense the way it needs to be.
Not be vulnerable.
Not be vulnerable there.
What do you want to see for him next?
Jan?
He's fought everyone. I think the only one he hasn't fought is what, Umar and maybe Henry, but Henry's not in line for a Jan fight. I mean, what do you think is next? You think title?
It sucks because it kind of reminds me of like that Whitaker era, right? Where it's like Izzy was the king, but Whitaker could easily be the champion for 5 years straight.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Izzy. You know what I mean? It reminds me of like even like Vitor and Anderson Silva. Like Vitor is so fucking good during that time,
but
right?
Anderson just happened to be the
Anderson
guy.
just happened to be there. So until Jan can kind of crack that code, which is Merab, or the wrestling side of things, which Petr Yan can wrestle. He can counter wrestle. He's got great judo. But Merab's going to be that kind of thorn in his side until he can prove he can beat him. Because, I don't know, like if he fought Sandhagen again, I think he does the same thing he did the first time.
Well, Corey and Merab are fighting now, right?
Yep, that's October.
Let me see. UFC bantamweight rankings. Because I was thinking maybe Umar might make sense for Jan.
I heard Umar's booked. I can't remember who I heard. Mario Batista. I heard that fight was getting booked.
Really?
I heard that fight.
Shout out Mario Batista. That's a huge jump in competition. But he's on a tear. He's fought Song, right? He fought Song. He fought Figueiredo. Cheeto, but I don't think Cheeto makes sense for Jan. Umar's book, maybe the O'Malley rematch might actually make a little bit of sense because I thought he won that fight.
I thought that's a fight when they asked him who he wants next. I thought for sure he was going to say O'Malley.
Yeah,
thought for sure.
That probably makes the most sense then, right? I mean, if you're going to fight, you've both lost to the champ. Sean lost to him twice.
Well, if Merab lost to Corey, Merab should get an instant rematch.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
I agree.
If Merab beats Corey, what would be next for Merab? Would it be Jan?
Yeah.
So,
and also O'Malley and Corey would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be a fun fight too.
I would love to watch that fight. That'd be a striker's delight.
Yeah.
Although I think Corey would end up just taking him down probably. But yeah, I don't know. If you're Jan, you're gonna wait that long though. Like, when's that fight? When's that Merab fight? November? And
October.
Corey?
October 4th.
Oh, so maybe not that long.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, it'll be interesting. But he looked awesome.
Yeah.
He looked really good. And then what else was on that card? What else do you want to talk about?
Bullet.
Yeah, Bullet and Marc-Andre Barriault. That was just fun.
Fun fight. I actually thought Barrio had a good chance of winning that fight.
So did I.
I thought so just because of the wrestling.
Yeah. So did I.
But Bullet did a good job of getting up.
Yeah.
Marc-Andre couldn't really hold him down.
Yeah.
In any of those wrestling exchanges. So there, some good improvements there for him.
Yeah.
Marc-Andre isn't known to be like this crazy wrestling, style of fighter, but I think when you lean heavily on that and seen some of the holes in Char's game, that would be kind of what their approach would have been. But fun fight, exciting fight. Yeah, dude, homeboy got his nose
Dude,
cracked.
shit was that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
But dude, he's fun to watch.
He is fun to watch. Yeah, I like him. But he's like one of those guys to me. Just put him in fun fights.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he's gonna be a guy that
Yeah.
gets to that top level, necessarily.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. But yeah, I mean, it was just fun. You know, it was just a fun fight. But the most surprising one to me, I thought was Bryce and
Bryce
Saeed.
Mitchell.
Yeah, I didn't see Bryce winning that fight, and I didn't see him winning it like that. I think like surviving that first round, took a big knee, right?
Yeah.
Gets dropped, and then really just holds Saeed down. I feel like for the next 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Was that did he impress you at all? What were your thoughts? Did you think it was going to go like that?
Yeah, I think that was the kind of the path to the victory.
Yeah, but I thought Saeed had better grappling, wrestling than that.
He has great grappling.
I guess I'm
think
just
he
being biased with his last name. I
Sure.
just thought he had better.
He's probably one of the best strikers out of that group, Saeed, but has a great front headlock series. So I thought that would be something, he did. He went to the front headlock series quite a bit, went for the front choke. Yeah, I mean, dude, credit to Bryce because that's tough to make that weight cut down, travel all the way out there and fight one of the best guys, at 135. And he did a good job. He really did. I think that was, and he said it after the fight, it was one of my hardest fights of my career.
Yeah.
I think complexion, as a whole, right? To make the weight, the pressure's on him. He had to go get a win. And he did what he had to do to get a win and get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Again, he was impressive. Christianity prevailed in the land of Muslims. But yeah, I thought that was hilarious.
I would have loved
too.
to see the crowd during his speech.
Dude,
I
I
would
was
have paid for that.
laughing my ass off. Did you see the pre-press conference,
No,
pre-fight press
no.
conference? There was like a Russian reporter that was asking him a question. Obviously, he had to have been there covering Saeed and whatever. And he asked him a question in his thick Russian accent. And Bryce Mitchell's like, Inshallah, shukran, my brother, Inshallah. And the guy's like, I'm not Arabic. He's like, I was
Fucking
like,
Bryce.
that is such a Southern thing to do.
Yeah.
Is just to like lump all these people in together.
Yeah.
That shit was funny. And then, when he was giving a Bible verse to a crowd full of Muslims, I thought that was fucking hilarious. Dude.
I just like watching Bisbee.
Yeah.
Like holding the mic just the whole time, just like waiting. He's got Candido in his ear. Just pull the fucking mic, dude.
Pull the mic, dude.
Pull the mic.
Oh, dude, that's so funny.
What's up, guys? Get on the sports betting action by going to mybookie.ag. At MyBookie, it's easy. You bet, you win, they pay. MyBookie has over 150 bets for you to choose from anything from fights, hoops, football, prop bets, minute bets. It's all there. Head to mybookie.ag and use code VERSUSPOD. Not only will you get a 50% bonus on your first deposit up to $1,000, you'll also get a $10 casino chip. That's a lot of money there. I've seen large parlays cash for less. Every once in a while, again, head to mybookie.ag and use the code VERSUSPOD. You bet, you win, they pay. Now let's get back to the show.
Yeah, but anyway, that was kind of the card. Most of the exciting fights.
Yeah.
Anything else on that card
No,
that you
nothing
wanted
really.
to bring up? By the way, we talked about Movzar and Pico on the last show and how that got pulled. Did you see that he's the
Murphy.
co-main now?
Yeah.
Against Murphy.
Yeah.
That's a fun fight, I think.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
On the Dricus card.
I think it's a great fight.
Yeah.
Right away, I think you copy and paste your game plan that you had versus Josh Emmett.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think offensive wrestling by Pico is going to be a lot better than Josh Emmett's offensive wrestling.
It's a win-win for Murphy, in my opinion, because the odds are stacked against you.
Sure.
Because this is like the guy, the prospect, but you're taking the fight on 3 weeks' notice.
Yeah.
UFC loves that shit.
Yeah.
Yep. So win or lose, you're going to get rewarded for stepping in to take a fight like that.
Yeah.
on that
That's a
card.
great point because from an outside perspective, I don't feel like Murphy's not necessarily in the best graces with UFC. I just don't feel like they're like pushing him all that much. But to your point, doing a fight like this,
Hopefully
definitely
get the engine behind him.
Yeah, definitely does.
Yeah, you're right though. They don't. He's undefeated, right? If I'm not mistaken, and he's looked
Yeah.
really good in most of his fights.
Yeah,
a couple close, the Ige fight and The Emmett fight was kind of whatever, but yeah, he's good. He's solid. You know, he's solid.
And I'm telling you, like, and I love Pico. Pico should win this fight.
Yeah.
But Murphy has all the tools to make this a very difficult fight for Aaron Pico.
Really?
All the tools.
Why?
Footwork.
Is it the footwork? That's
100%.
it? Yeah.
100%. I think that Murphy fights very smart. He fights very smart. Yeah. I think a lot of people are going to be
on the Pico
enamored with Pico.
Yeah.
But I think this is a closer fight than people are gonna think.
Yeah. And Pico's I always forget because he's like a hybrid, but is he like a wrestling base with boxing, or is he more boxing base with wrestling? Or
dude, he's just like
just
an all-American utility player, seven-tool player.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and just an all-around great human being, right? Like, he's great everywhere. And he's just one of those guys, like, you, as a promotion, I think the UFC did a great job of bringing him in because he's that guy.
Yeah.
He really is, man.
Yeah.
Like, he really is. He's a guy that I think you can get behind, and has all the tools to be a champion.
Yeah.
He really does.
Yeah. Couple other fights were announced. Just maybe touch on them quickly, but your boy Tommy Aspinall and Ciryl Gane.
Yeah, I talked to him a couple days ago, actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
How's he doing? Like, what's
He's good, man. He just said it's about time. It was time to remind these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I'm like, sure is, pal.
Yeah.
You know.
By the way, Ciryl Gane getting a 4th title shot is actually insane.
Crazy.
Like, and everybody keeps saying hold title shot, but it's his 4th because he fought for Francis's interim.
Yes,
in Houston.
Yeah, Derek Lewis.
Against Derek Lewis, and then he fought Francis. Then he fought John, and now he's getting Aspinall. It's like, how?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
You lost, like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
Well,
I actually think this is
this is the fight to make.
Yeah, it's the fight to make because heavyweight sucks right now. Like,
Yeah.
let's just call it what it is. It's just not good. I mean, Volkov's the next guy in line. Aspinall blitzed through Volkov. It wasn't even entertaining. Almeida is a light heavyweight.
Volkov beat Gane, dude.
Volkov beat Gane. Yeah. No, but I'm talking about you're not going to make Volkov and Aspinall because, like,
I know, but I'm saying, like, when the Volkov and Gane fought,
the second time, the first time he lost. The second time,
Volkov beat him, bro.
Volkov beat him.
Yeah.
I'm with you 100%. Yeah, and then now Volkov's fighting Almeida, who's a light heavyweight. I don't know why he's fighting at heavyweight. Dude's
just
small.
playing with house money.
Yeah, I guess so. So yeah, you're gonna make the Gane Aspinall fight.
Yeah.
You know?
There's nothing else to make.
Nothing else. And I actually think it can be a competitive fight.
Yeah.
You know, if Aspinall decides to wrestle, I just saw a video the other day of Imavov wrestling
Taking him
Gane
down.
and like ragdolling
Yeah.
him. And I'm like, oh fuck, dude, Aspinall's going to Aspinall
He's licking his
chooses,
chops.
yeah, if he chooses to wrestle, like it's fucking
which I think he will. Like the Aspinall that
wouldn't
I
he?
know,
Yeah.
and that, like, in speaking to him,
why wouldn't you?
he's looking for the path of least resistance, right? And like that's the way you game plan.
It's I feel bad, if I'm being honest, I feel bad for Aspinall because I think he's in a lose-lose situation with the timing of all of this.
Sure.
The division sucks. I know you can only beat who's in front of you, but even if he reels off 10 defenses in a row, like, who is he fighting?
Right.
You know? I feel like it's just weird timing
Yeah,
for him.
and then, like,
you
how
know?
does that affect the pay-per-view numbers when the fight's in Abu Dhabi? Out of curiosity, from your standpoint,
I mean, heavily because the
timing
fight
of it, right?
Yeah, it's so early.
Right.
And so your main, pay-per-view main card starts at 11 for that fight.
Right.
And it's in the middle of college football.
Sure.
There's a whole bunch of sports going on at that time, so it's tough.
Do they do that? Do they do that because Aspinall is a British guy and the timing of it?
I think they just, I mean, maybe, but it's that Abu Dhabi card in particular. They always do a title fight or some sort of big card. But again, they're not doing him any favors in terms of building his star power. Like, that's not the fight. That's not the card you put someone like that on that you want to build.
Yeah.
That's why it was always like Habib or Islam. They're like established. They're Muslim. They're big in that area.
Yeah.
I don't think either of those guys have a huge Muslim following or Middle Eastern following. It's probably just convenient for Aspinall and Gane because they're in England and France.
Yeah,
right.
true.
So it's probably just convenience, but anyway, I feel for him because
Yeah.
I would love to get his thoughts on that too. Like, hopefully we have him on the show one day, but I'd love to get his thoughts on just like the timing of all of this, because again, you can only face who's in front of you. The timing is what it is, but it's just like, man, because I think we know how good he is,
Right.
but I don't think he's gonna get a chance to.
But
really
dude,
show
at this point, just the poor guy just needs to fucking fight, right? Like, make some money.
you got to make a living.
Yeah, holy
absolutely.
shit.
So yeah, we'll see. And then Khalil and Yuri.
Oh,
that's
shit.
fun.
Yeah, that's a great fight.
That's a really, really fun
Yeah,
fight.
buckle
man.
up.
Yeah, I think that's going to be interesting.
Holy shit.
So that'll be
Yeah.
that'll be on that card, and then that's I think Merab and Corey are on that card too,
No.
right?
The not the Aspinall card.
Right? Aren't they all on that card?
No.
Oh, am I
Aspinall is like October 25th, I believe.
tripping? Oh, they're the first pay per view in October. Merab
Yeah,
and Corey.
I think Merab. You have Ankalaev and Alex,
oh, they're on that card.
the October 4th card.
Got it.
Then Merab,
Yeah,
Corey, and Yuri and
Khalil
Khalil
on that card.
on the
Okay,
October
got it.
4th
Got
card.
it. Got it.
Yeah, because we just signed Edmund Shabazian's fighting Andre Muniz on that card,
Oh, nice.
and I think Puna's fighting on that card as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna have a busy night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. And then last thing, I just wanted to touch on this to get your thoughts on it. The Ben Askren stuff has been heartbreaking
Yeah.
to watch. I mean, inspiring, but heartbreaking.
Sure.
A guy who was a professional athlete and at the top of his craft for so long, and you see him now and he's just emaciated and
Right.
trying to put this weight back on, and his speech is what it is, and he's having a hard time walking. Like, it's just so crazy. Have you been following? Obviously,
Yeah,
Like,
I think as much as we can, like
Yeah.
the MMA community, just doing what we can to rally around him. And again, it's just those reminders of the fragility of life, man. Like,
man,
holy shit, it started with staph.
is that what it was?
I'm pretty sure he had a staph infection, turned it into pneumonia, got into his lungs, like this whole
Jesus.
bro, like, but this is a guy who does what we do on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Just goes to the gym and trains.
Yeah.
Right. Like, so I don't know that. Indeed, do you know anything more about it?
No.
Then double infection and then double.
Yeah. I mean, at least he got the transplant. Thank God,
Yeah.
And but again, it's also inspiring. Like, you see these videos and he's like, I'm gonna keep fighting. He's like, if you're not
Fuck yeah,
fighting,
he is,
like,
dude. Like, think about who he
Yeah,
is. Like
exactly.
his pedigree.
Yeah.
Right. Like, he's probably like, dude, this is like going to Fargo
Yeah.
for me. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Like, this is how I've been raised.
Yeah.
Is to be a fighter.
Yeah, and
You know?
but he's using it as like a tool to, like, because he says in his
Sure.
videos, he's like, if I can do it, like, why aren't you starting right now? Like, go start right now. Like, take that step, take that first
Which
step.
is
this and that.
amazing.
And it's like, dude, like, how selfless to be in the situation you're in, and then like try to spin it into to.
Well, it becomes
inspiring
about
other people.
perspective.
Yeah,
Right. Like, and then
and there is one like, what's it, like a quote or something that he keeps saying of like, this is my situation today, but it won't be my situation tomorrow.
yeah.
And he keeps on saying that over and over. And again, it's just so inspiring. But yeah, go ahead.
Do you remember Inky Johnson? He was the defensive
Yeah,
back
wha-
for University of Tennessee. He's
Yes.
a motivational speaker now.
Yeah.
Same thing. Had like, he tackled a guy. Tennessee was playing Air Force, and he tackled a guy and broke his collarbone, and it was a clavicular artery.
Yeah.
Ruptured
the artery.
The artery.
Oh, shit.
And almost died. Right.
Wow.
Has no use of it. Like, he'd be first rounder,
Yeah.
first round defensive back. But like, when you hear him speak, he's like, why not me? Like,
Yeah.
people, well, oh man, like, so sorry this happened to you. He's like, well, why not me?
Yeah.
Right. Like, he spun that into a positive, which I always find inspiring, to be able to use your platform and like for good
Yeah.
when it comes to things like that,
Definitely.
And I think that's what Ben's doing. Like, a
Yeah.
lot of eyes are on him.
Yeah.
Right. If he's boohoo me, and maybe he feels like that at home, but what he's putting out in the general public is nothing but positivity and he's fighting.
Yeah.
He has no other choice.
Right, exactly. And he's like been cracking jokes and stuff too. And then you see the emotional side of like all the people that reached out and who came and visited him and stuff. So
Yeah,
it's just been,
definitely inspiring.
man, it's been a roller coaster of emotions, even for me.
Yeah,
Like, just
100%.
watching from afar.
Have you been? I meant to ask you guys this. Have you guys been following the Tim Kennedy thing,
Yeah, bro. these motherfuckers.
This has been going on for years though with this guy.
I texted you this. And this is me saying this. I texted it to Eric, but it's always the most patriotic motherfuckers are the most unpatriotic motherfuckers. It's always these guys. And it's just like, dude, like, what happened? You gotta break it down. He fucking
stolen
lied.
valor.
Yeah, he lied about his bronze,
Purple Heart, Bronze Star with Valor.
Bronze Star with Valor.
Like,
all this shit was fucking a lie. All this fucking, hoorah, I'm Mr. And again, he served. I'm not discrediting him being a veteran. Like, that is awesome, and we respect that. But all these guys who claim to be so patriotic and jerk off to the American flag are the ones that do the absolutely most unpatriotic shit. And it's just like, dude, like, come on, man. Are we even
sad
surprised?
thing is like he wrote this book. The book was great, but what if it was all fucking lies, all bullshit? So, I can't name any of these names, but guys that I know that are in that industry
have been saying it for years.
Have been saying it for years, bro. I'm saying like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I was out in Austin doing some stuff, and one of my friends was like, "Are you with Tim Kennedy?" And I'm like, "No, but I'm with like kind of that group." And they're like, "That dude's the biggest fucking piece of shit."
Yeah.
I'm like, really? Like, my interactions with Tim have only been positive.
Yeah.
But again, this is coming from a civilian.
Yeah.
I don't know any of this shit.
Right.
I don't know shit about shit.
Right. So
like,
you take them for their word. Like,
but
obviously,
dude, you did the job. Like, you from everything that I've ever heard from the guys that are in that group.
Yeah.
They're like, he had a great career.
Yeah.
Be happy with that great career. But what happened was that he lied so much and so much bullshit. Like, that stayed behind the scenes where guys like, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Do you? But then he wrote a book. But then in the book, he put a bunch of shit in there that was basically saying that I was killing fucking kids and women and blowing people up and just making up all these stories, but then lies and then puts all of his guys that he's working with at the forefront in these lies.
Yeah.
So these guys are forced to come out and say, bro, this is bullshit.
And it was like,
he's incriminating himself in war crimes, bro. And then the rest of his unit or other guys were like, hold on, dude. So the Anti-Hero podcast.
That's what it was.
Yeah, Brent Tucker and those guys.
That's kind of who outed it, right?
Well, he's just like, enough is enough.
Yeah.
Enough is enough. And these guys are all fucking unit guys, like that were doing at the highest level. Yeah. And I think everyone was like, all right, bro, like, you didn't do all this stuff. And then they started coming with the receipts and bringing in like, oh, this is Lieutenant Colonel so-and-so. That was, the guy's like, yeah, just all eye roll.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing too. And I want to be very clear about this. Like, the PTSD that some of these guys get, you can misremember certain things of your service. And I totally get that. But to go on and on and on and on with the lie, and a lie at that level, like there's die with the lie, right? That's like everybody says that. But dude, at that level, it's like, come on, man. Like,
here's my issue with it, and I completely agree.
Yeah, is
when you make money
exactly
off of this lie, right? Like you're a multimillionaire. And you've made all this money off of this make-believe story. Where does that money go? Like, you've kept it. Like, it's yours now.
Yep.
Right? So not only did you trash the reputation of the guys you work with in the past, and was naming names and putting people in shit. They're like, that never happened.
Yeah, and you're putting those guys in such horrible situations.
Now they don't have a choice but to defend themselves.
Exactly.
Which outs your fucking lie.
100%.
But what happens to the money that you've made off of writing these books?
Yeah.
Or being this personality that you say you are.
Yeah.
You know, like, and that's the thing, like the guys that I know that you know, we're in the military and we're special forces guys are like, the dude had a great career.
Right.
Be happy with your career that you already had.
Yeah.
But this isn't like something you couldn't check, right? It's like, oh, dude, that one kid I fought in elementary school and, you know, I'm 200-0 in street fights. Like, yeah, okay, well, you can't really check on that. Bro, you're talking about fucking congressional medals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you're lying about this shit?
Yeah.
Ah, man, that's disappointing.
It's so disappointing. Again,
but it's disappointing in the fact that you've made millions.
Yeah.
Where does that money go?
Yeah.
Right? No one's showing up to take it away from you unless maybe you get sued. I don't know.
It's like literal blood money.
Isn't it an offense, like a federal offense, throwing Valor, isn't it against the law?
Yeah,
I would hope
imagine,
so.
yeah,
I would
right?
think
Like-
so. Like, what the hell, man?
And then so this is back before all this came out.
Yeah.
I had some guys that were still in Afghanistan. And bro, they were telling me how big of a shit show Tim Kennedy made this they were trying to get guys out of Afghanistan, and Tim Kennedy showed up. It was like, hey, look at me. I'm going to just grab people and get them out of here and throw them on planes. They're like, yo, dude, we got to screen these people. And there's certain people getting wristbands that can go on these planes. And
Dude, he went on Rogan talking about that.
Did he really?
Yes, I remember this. Not when you said go to Afghanistan and get people on planes. I remember seeing clips on Twitter of his Rogan interview where he's talking about, it's crazy. Like we're flying into Afghanistan. We're loading up all these people. You know, it was because remember there was like the clip of us getting out of Afghanistan completely, and like people were hanging on the plane from the outside, like falling.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was around that time. So he had gone on Rogan and he was talking about all that stuff. And but disappointing is not even the word. It's fucking sad.
But the
It's
way
just
that
like-
he spun it was like he was shitting on the American government on the exodus and getting guys out.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, while this was going on, I legit had like 3 or 4 friends that were out there were like, dude, Tim Kennedy kind of fucked this whole thing up.
I think I saw a video where he posted a video, like he took a video, posted it, and then people got location of where they were, and then they had to do a whole different spot because of and they were saying yo, this dude is posting on Instagram, but we're really just trying to do something.
Right.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That you mentioned.
They're saying he brought 7 busloads of people that weren't even screened or approved to go on these planes. And they're like, yeah, we can't just throw random people in Afghanistan on fucking planes, dude. You know, and he's like, the American government's failing us. And he caused more harm than good was my point.
Yeah.
And I knew this way back when a couple of the guys that were out there were like, yeah, this guy kind of just skull fucked this whole thing.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to make it this social media thing.
Yeah.
More about him than it was about the actual, the job at hand.
It's crazy. Like, how does that happen? Like, how do you have such a good, successful, honorable military career and then become an actor?
I don't know,
in
man. That
regard?
sucks.
It sucks.
Yeah, I don't know. But where does he go from here?
Dude,
Right? I've seen, I don't follow him, but I actually went on his page just kind of see what's he up to now?
Yeah.
It was damage control with his posts. You can see but man, that's pretty bad when you're in that. You just get ostracized from that
Awful.
community, right?
You have to. If we're going to sit here as a nation and talk about how much we love the military and how much we spend and how honorable everybody is and how, all this stuff, and then he does that and we just act like nothing ever happened, then we're disrespecting all the people that are in there that we've said that we respect and honor.
It's like the Rob O'Neill guy.
What happened there?
The guy that killed bin Laden. They're like, he didn't fucking kill bin Laden.
Yeah. Well, I
He
think,
was number 4 on the 4 stack, and
I think
he
those
probably put
things-
bullets in him, but from my understanding, he basically caused more harm than good.
Yeah,
because
I
he
think-
canoed the guy, and they're like, "Yo, bro, I gotta tape his fake and the head together."
Yeah.
I
think that in some situations, I think that's a calculated move to put a face to that whole thing.
I've read that.
You know
I've
what I
read
mean?
that in
Where it's
some of
the real guys, because dude, if I'm being honest, if that's me, if I'm the one that killed bin Laden, you think I want my fucking name and stuff out there? Bro, I did my job. I mean, maybe this is just me.
Right.
I'm the type of person too. If I won the lottery, you would never know, but there'd be signs. you know
Nobody's
what I mean? That's
Are you driving a Tyrannosaurus Rex?
Yeah. But
damn, dude.
You know what I mean? If you did that and you are at the highest level of your craft, do you want your name out there? It's no, I did my job.
I've actually read things too about how the Navy SEAL community, not the community, but it kind of turned into a business to bring more eyes to the organization and things like that.
Yeah.
But the whole reason was to be these silent professionals. And the guy that supposedly really shot bin Laden, he's never coming out and saying that he did.
Why would you?
Right?
Why would you? You're not in it for the fame.
Sure.
You shouldn't be, unless you're Tim. but or Rob O'Neill. But like I do think like in that, and I'm not saying that this dude is just out here lying about everything, but I do think in some cases it's like a strategic thing to be like, hey, here's the figurehead, right? Here's the.
But like you just think about all this money that's been made off of these books.
Yeah.
Lone Survivor heard another fucking big lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was like the first one.
Marcus Luttrell,
Yeah.
That turned into a giant movie.
Sure.
But I think there was some. I think both of you could be right. Like I think it's true, but I bet there's some embellishing. That happened to make it Hollywood.
Have you read Code Over Country?
I have not.
Really good book.
Really?
Very good book.
Yeah.
Very good book. It kind of delves into a lot of that, like SEAL Team 6 stuff and, you know, some of the shit.
Yeah, because I was watching the Bin Laden doc on Netflix.
Great.
And it was really good.
Yeah.
But the guy, was that Rob O'Neill, the guy that was talking about, that was him, right? Mm-hmm. And as I'm watching it, I was telling my wife, I'm like, why would the guy who killed Bin Laden like agree to do this? Like, why would you?
Here's the one thing that's kind of sad to me.
Yeah.
Is like you spend your entire life, and dude, like from everything I've ever heard about this guy, has a stellar military career.
Right.
But now you're completely ostracized from that community. Like he's not allowed back.
Yeah.
Like they don't want that dude back in like, you know, Virginia Beach.
Right.
You know, like he's not even welcome back. Like why would you jeopardize your entire military career and money, I guess, you know?
Well, money, but
yeah. But I mean, how would you feel showing up to a like SHOT Show and 1,000 eyes are on you, like, oh, this dude's a sellout, you know, or this dude lied, and again, like we're talking about making all this money off these book sales and doing all these things, but meanwhile, the rest of your crew that's on the same mission, they didn't make $1 off of that, but they're the same guys putting their lives on the line. But you're the one that I don't know, man. It's tough.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of murkiness that we don't know about that goes into that as well.
100%.
And I think too, like, you know, like, I don't think we could be naive and act like the military doesn't have their fair share of fuck ups, like the way they treat people and the things that they do.
100%.
So like maybe some of these guys are justified. Like Tim Kennedy, I can't justify ever lying about that type of stuff. But like if you're this guy, maybe like he was down to keep it, you know, secret or whatever, and then something happened, and you know what I mean? Like there could always be all kind of crazy things.
There's been some funny fucking military guys that are like, you know, making fun of him. Like some of the videos that have been coming out. There's one guy in particular that's been making fun of Tim Kennedy for like 4 or 5 years, bro. Like, and I gotta find his Instagram. But dude,
send
he
it
is
to us.
Fucking hilarious.
Send it
and
to us.
all of it's been directed at Tim Kennedy for like 4 or 5 years because I mean, he probably knew what the hell was going on, you know?
Exactly. But yeah, it's just weird, man. I don't get it. Again, like I know the PTSD that these guys can get from battle and from going overseas is real.
Yeah.
And I know you can misremember some things.
Sure.
You killed 40 people. It was actually 13, whatever. Like, whatever. You know, that's a extreme example, but you get what I'm saying. But lying about that, stolen valor, no Purple Heart, no bronze this, whatever, like
why? Like,
what are we doing?
Like as a civilian dude, like you're a badass.
Yeah.
For me, like
you're already in the highest amount of respect, whether you went to Afghanistan or not. Just serving, like
you're amazing.
You're amazing.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I watched Luke Thomas talk about this.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, because he's starting to do the new political.
Luke Thomas Gets Political. I don't know if it was on that channel or maybe it was on.
Yeah,
that channel.
I just subscribed to that.
But he was talking about like, I don't really have a strong opinion one way or the other. He's like, my military service, like I served, I think it was like 6 years or something in the Marines, never got deployed. He's like, people use that against me like it's some kind of like bad thing. He's like, I'm glad I never got deployed.
Right.
He's like, but you have to just remain honest with what you did in the service. Like, so yeah, I listened to that and he didn't go too hard. He's like, I don't really know enough to talk about it and this and that, which I respect.
Yeah.
But
There's a dude, there's a old school SEAL, Don Shipley. Have you ever seen that guy? I love watching that guy. Don Shipley just goes and like exposes fake like Navy SEAL guys and like just goes around. Oh, dude, it's the best. Yeah, he's hilarious. And I've heard his son DJ, like guys that have been like, he's a Red Squadron guy, but they're like DJ Shipley was like the Navy SEAL, like his son. You know,
I was just Googling him now. That's funny. Yeah, I'll have to.
Yeah, John McPhee.
I mean, I don't know if he's legit or not, but his stories are fucking
Dude, I'm sure he's legit.
Dude, the one Sean Ryan episode I watched in its entirety because they're sometimes they're like 5 hours. I'm like, bro, I can't do this. But man, what was his name? Nick. He was a sniper.
Oh,
black
yeah, I
dude
know.
with the
Reaper.
Reaper.
Yeah.
Yes, dude. That shit.
Bro, he was telling that one story. He was like crying.
I was crying,
And
dude.
I'm
I was like,
fuck,
oh
bro.
my God, this is so fucking crazy. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's the PTSD I'm talking about. It's like,
Exactly.
there are things that you have experienced that you want to forget. So
Right.
you bury that bitch in the back of your head and you talk about, whatever. But anyway, yeah, it's a lot of just I just back to the original point. I can't believe he did that shit, man. It's unforgivable.
It's crazy to see more and more Delta guys coming out and talking, because that was never like, you never heard any Delta guys
Really?
come out. Oh, never, bro.
Yeah.
Like that was kind of the inside joke too to Special Forces guys. You know, it's like Navy SEAL guys are going to write a book and Delta guys aren't going to say shit. You know?
Yeah, maybe it's become more acceptable. You don't get ostracized as much in today's age. I don't know, but
Interesting.
lying about it is.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
it's 20 years of Call of Duty. It's 1995 Charlie Sheen movie Navy SEALs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's American Sniper. It's like the CIA and like the FBI. They invest in Hollywood to make these movies, like American Sniper and SEAL.
I mean, remember, it's a business.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it is a
What's
business.
that movie, the Valor, Act of Valor?
Act of Valor was Navy SEAls that directed
The
and
acting
starred
was
in it.
Terrible.
Yeah.
But the action scenes were so fucking.
You know why the acting was terrible?
Because they were real.
They were real Navy SEAls.
Yeah, but that movie was incredible.
Yeah.
But that was probably a United States government propaganda film.
Sure.
Put it which is totally fine because hoorah for the military. I'm all about it. But,
Sure.
That's just what it is. I think all of that is leading to these deltas and these special forces, and like the Navy SEAls, they're all making money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
what do you do after military? Like,
Yeah.
you become a bouncer at a bar. Like, what do you?
Well, I think too. I mean, like, dude, you are the elite of the elite. When you get out of there, you have to parlay that into something later on down the line. And I don't blame these guys at all.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you have to make a livelihood.
Yeah.
To some degree, like, and the guys that I know, they got out and they're now working for private security, or they're contractors, or they're doing this, and they're just kind of stay in the weeds and do their thing, and other guys have found ways to capitalize on their career, the military career. Like, I thought Jocko's book was a great book, but again, as a civilian, right? But then I know guys that serve with him, like, oh, that fucking guy, you know what I mean? Like, I think anybody and everybody can say that about any one of us.
Yeah. I feel
know?
like it speaks to the climate that we're in today too, where like you don't know.
Sure.
And there's no like everything can be misinformation or
Yeah.
disinformation, or is this real? Is this not real? Like, are they lying? Are they lying? So it's tough, but yeah, I don't know. All I do know is you can't fucking do what Tim Kennedy did. That's all I do know. All right, I think that's it. Yeah. Good.
Party.
Cool. All right. Well, that does it for another episode of Verse Us with Eric Nicksick. Please make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube. Leave a comment. Let us know who you want to see on the show or any questions you have for the show. Also, make sure you download the audio version of the podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, anywhere you get your podcasts. And also follow the show on social media at VSUS Pod. For Eric, I'm Randy. We'll see you guys next time.